Welcome to Quick Team Building Activities, where you bring the team, we bring the activities. Today's topic, Easy Zoom Games for Kids. In today's video, we're going to explore some games and activities you can play on Zoom with kids or students. And let's get started. As always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content like this. On this channel, we focus on our team building activities for you and your team. Let's have fun. Question of the day. Share some successful Zoom games you've used in the past. Please share your ideas in chat. The first activity, rock, paper, scissors. Create breakout rooms or ask the players to compete in the main room. Players can play this game by typing in rock, paper, or scissors in chat or playing it by holding rock, paper, or scissors. The purpose of the game is for players to hold a symbol of rock, paper, scissors to compete against other players. In order to play rock, paper, scissors, you want to make sure that you have about 10 to 15 minutes. The strategies include explain the rules clearly by modeling this with your students first, or kids. You want to make sure that you're modeling this first so that there's no confusion. Players can type in chat or play it by holding rock, paper, or scissors clearly on the screen. The way you play this thing in chat is by counting down from 1 to 3. For example, everyone type in your rock, paper, or scissors in chat, hold it for 3 seconds. When I count to 3, press enter. That way you can ensure proper timing. Also, you want to make sure that the students, if you're going to play it without typing it in chat, that you are ensuring that there's no lag or delay and that there's proper timing. You can see situations where players can try to cheat and get an extra edge on the person they're playing against. The next game is Hangman. Use a digital whiteboard and ask teams or players to guess a letter. For every wrong guess, draw a body part. After a certain number of guesses, complete the game and try another word. A recommendation on this game would be to change the image from a hangman to an appropriate image or symbol, just to keep it appropriate and with the age. The time needed for this game is about 10 to 15 minutes. It can go a little bit longer depending on the type of words that you want to use. If you want to make it a 5-minute game, then you just want to make sure that you choose simple words and letters so that we can make sure the game is quick and efficient. You can ask players to play individually or as teams. The way you actually do this as teams is that you can ask players to private message each other and finalize a guess as a team. Encourage teams to look at the number of empty lines as a hint. You can also play this game by allowing teams of players to get 1 hint per game if students get stuck. Private message kids with the hint to prevent others from getting the hint. The next game is Charades. Charades asks players to act out various items without making a word. Divide players into teams. Create a list of Charades questions, or you can find them online fairly easy. Have a moderator provide a word privately to the one acting. After 3 minutes, switch sides and continue to have fun. The time needed for these games is about 15 to 30 minutes. The strategies you really want to use is that you can create 2 big teams, or you can create a breakout room with smaller teams, which is what I recommend. You can use the spotlight feature on Zoom, or you can ask players to set their screen to the person acting. A moderator is not needed, but is encouraged. It's important to make sure that you're keeping the game balanced and fun. A moderator can help ensure the game is progressing. I strongly recommend that you use free charades generators such as the GameGal.com, GameGal.com. Effectively, what will happen is that you can set the difficulty to easy, medium, and hard, and it's actually a free way for you to get a number of ideas for players so they can just generate and do what they need to do. The next game is I Spy. In the main room, ask students to identify various items in other students' backgrounds. The teacher or moderator will start with an I spy and then identify something in the participant's background. For example, I spy a toothbrush, etc. Students can type in chat or raise their hands to answer who has the item. The next game is Simon Says. Ask players to do various actions on Zoom by starting the phrase with Simon Says. Simon Says is a simple game where you try and trick players to do an action when you say the action without saying Simon Says. Simple. The next activity, category race. In this activity, you want to pick a category, such as candy bars, cereal, Disney characters, whatever you find interesting. Set a timer, and each team has a set amount of time to write down as many things they think of that fit within the category. You want to create a Google Doc to track these responses in real time. In order to play category race, you want to make sure that you set aside 5 to 15 minutes. It also depends on how long you want to play the game. The game can go longer depending on the rounds that you want to provide teams. You want to make sure that you create a list of core topics. Create breakout rooms, or if you have a smaller group, stay on the main group. The purpose is for each player or team to identify as many words as possible in that category. For example, Disneyland, you want to use words such as Minnie Mouse or Mickey Mouse, stuff like that. You want to find as many words as possible within that particular category. You use a Google Doc or slides and ask teams to populate their section with as many words that fit within that topic. Players should have a time limit, so I strongly recommend 60 seconds. If you want to go a little bit more, maybe 90 seconds or 2 minutes, etc. The next game is Detective. Ask one player to close their eyes and count to 30. Then choose a player to do various actions, and all other players need to follow that action. The detective must select the person who's controlling the various moves. The detective will have 2 to 3 turns to guess who's it. And that's it. Some easy Zoom games for kids. Always remember, keep it fun, keep it engaging as you move your students, kids, or family into the future. Happy planning. Lastly, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content like this. Remember that you want to make sure that you turn on notifications because we post consistently. Happy planning.